So what I have for you guys today is a pretty short and sweet video basically regarding the news and the rumors that have been going around recently regarding the kind of Rick Grimes / Andrew Lincoln return to the Walking Dead main show for season 11, or at least for the last few or the last episode, because this has been a pretty big topic going on for the last few days with Rick Grimes is back and Rick Grimes and the Walking Dead trending on Twitter, obviously because the Walking Dead's return with the 11th season, which is fucking awesome, and episode 9 was absolutely awesome, and the episode 10 trailer, which I want to break down on this channel and everything before it does premiere, start bringing down the trailers a lot more often, was just all really cool, and I'm very excited for the show that's back and everything, and it's just awesome time to be Walking Dead fan. Sad time though, also because the show's ending, but without further ado, let's get into the rumors. Well, the rumors and the news, but I'll give you guys honestly a quick breakdown since it's this came out, the 19th, and it's already the 23rd or the 24th when you guys are seeing this. So basically on February 19th of 2022, a Instagram user that goes by the name of KingSa1018 posted a image on, I think, Instagram or Twitter or something with him. I'm going to be naming the names and everything right to left, but basically we get KingSu1018, Andrew Lincoln, and Norman Reedus all in one photo in Midtown Atlanta, not even that far from Sononia, Georgia, where basically The Walking Dead is basically filmed, which is insane, absolutely mind-boggling and really, really cool. Now, this image stunned me. I honestly thought it was just an old image that was just pulled up from a couple years ago, and someone was like, oh yeah, holy shit, he's back in in Georgia, when really it's just an old photo. But this was actually a very recent photo. Like I said, February 19th, 2022, this was taken and posted with Andrew Lincoln, Norman Reedus, all in Atlanta, Georgia, which yet again, absolutely insane to think about. But there was an article posted by comicbook.com. Make sure to link everything that I'm going to talk about in this video down below in the description. Just go check it out for yourselves because it all is really cool information. But basically, it did go over the information that I basically have already talked about, how the people taking the pictures with Norman Reedus and Andrew Lincoln, all that going pretty I guess you could say viral for the Walking Dead universe. Basically going over where Andrew Lincoln's departure from the show in season 9, basically to go back to England and has spent time with his wife and children, which is obviously very understandable since he's dedicated almost a very long time to the show. It basically goes over the movies, how it was in the last time we would see him, confirming Rick Grimes movies and everything, how he would return a trilogy of movies set in the Walking Dead universe, with the teaser going up at Comic-Con in 2019, all of that, how it was set to be begin filming in spring of I think this year, last year, but nothing has exactly happened with the CRM filming of the movie, nothing at all. And going a little bit to the last few parts of this article, it basically does go over how Andrew Lincoln says never say never on his return to the show, for the final season or ever. I'm not sure when this interview was specifically done about him returning to the show or him wanting to return, or never say never. But then Angela Kang basically comes in and says, well, we extend a welcome for him to return at any time he wants and everything, and he could come back anytime. Which obviously we're now in the second half of the last season ever out of 3 parts, so, better get running. But basically during this time that this picture went live, February 19th, 2022, The Walking Dead right now is in the middle of filming, or near the end of filming season 11. I don't think they've even began filming the last ever episode of The Walking Dead, which just brings tears to my fucking eyes just thinking about it, honestly. But they've not I don't think they've begun filming the last ever episode, but they're in those in part 3, those last few episodes and everything, like I said, in part 3. And considering that he's in Atlanta, Georgia with Norman Reedus, possibly obviously with seeing the rest of the cast and everything in such a long time, since he wasn't able to during the pandemic and everything, but now seeing him back in now is just really fucking cool. But getting to the meat and potatoes that everyone's here for is Rick Grimes' return to the Walking Dead main show for the last season or the last episode ever. Now, nothing is confirmed by AMC, Andrew Lincoln, Norman Reedus. Nothing is confirmed by The Walking Dead, anyone involved with The Walking Dead at all. Nothing is confirmed at all. And I've been seeing a lot of people saying they want to return for the last episode. They want to return for maybe the last part, or a decent amount of episodes, or even just, like I said, the last ever episode, which I'll be perfectly honest, let me kind of break down my thought process. Would it be cool for him to show up in the last episode of the show? Yes, and it actually is a perfect way to finish off the show, since obviously he is the one we started it all with, and obviously it would be absolutely awesome to see and end the show, the Walking Dead main show, with the person we started with, which obviously Andrew Lincoln's Rick Grimes. But by that very same token, for him to return, okay, let's break down a scenario. Let's say he returns in the last ever episode, and then they cancel the movies and just say, this is Rick Grimes, this is the end of the Walking Dead, Dead, and this is the last time we'll see him. Goodbye, everyone. Obviously, we'll Fear the Walking Dead, like, the other spinoffs and all of that, but that would feel like a personal punch in the face to me, at least. Like, I might be completely alone on this. If, like, like I said, they cancel the movies, this is his last ever appearance and everything. And I only say it because he missed the Whisper arc, which I really wanted to see him in, but he missed that. Then he missed the Reapers, and now he's missing the Commonwealth, and just to return the last part would be really fucking a punch in the face, like I said, which is nothing on Andrew Lincoln. I just think it would be a really dumb, like, decision to make him just return for the last time ever canceling movies, and then just have, like, I miss all of that shit. Like I said, the Commonwealth, the, like, Reapers, and even bigger for me, at least, the, like, Whisper arc. But in the scenario that he does return to the final episode, but the movies are still happening, that kind of wouldn't make sense. Only because how in the hell did he get back to Alexandria or to contact our characters, at least physically, face to face? How would he do that if he's basically captured by the CRM, which are incredibly cryptic and secretive group of people that will basically kill anyone at any cost that even know they exist at all? So then it makes me think, what will they most likely do if he does return the last episode? Well, either A, it's going to be through radio contact, or maybe Daryl or Carol, one of them finding out he's alive, and then maybe we do see Andrew Lincoln's Rick Grimes in the CRM, basically teasing the movies and teasing a bunch of things that are going to happen in the future. But we definitely will see Rick Grimes and everything. We will see him, but it won't be with our group, and it will be either radio, but we'll see him physically, basically to tease, like, what's to come in the future. Or there was a very interesting theory going around of really a little bit while back, basically about the evil Rick Grimes and the, like, the Commonwealth, not the Commonwealth, the CRM basically fucking with his mind and basically turning him into this, like, evil general, like, the really out there theory of him possibly being, like, Major General Beale, which I don't think is really true, because obviously we have Mason, who's, like, I doubt Rick had another son. Also, Mason's pretty old, so I guess a decent amount of time has passed, but yeah, I just don't think that's right. But that Rick basically becomes this evil, like, psychotic leader of, like, the CRM and all of that. He returns and possibly starts harassing our main group, which I think can work if this is a flash forward, and, like, we take it back to when Rick left the show to go to the CRM, then 6 years, I think, passed. Yeah, I think it was 6 years or 6 months. I'm gonna go with 6 years, because my memory's a little bit fuzzy on season 9, but 6 years passed. He was at the CRM. I guess that could have been enough time for him to, like, get up to status of being, like, some badass leader there, and for them to brainwash him into this, like, lieutenant who's very loyal. And then maybe in The Walking Dead, this is a flash forward, and then the movie will take place years before this happens in the main Walking Dead show, and then we'll get to this point in the second movie. I guess that makes a little bit sense, but yet again, that's very, very convoluted. But yet again, if they did make him return physically to our group, that's the only way I can see it working, since obviously him returning as just normal Rick Grimes, not brainwashed at all, wouldn't make any sense unless maybe somehow he escapes from the CRM, comes back to our group to warn them, and obviously the first movie will take place with him being there, and then him escaping to go back to Alexandria, warn the Commonwealth and all of them. Then the second movie will take place with him, like, maybe with Daryl, Carol, and all of them to, like, combat the CRM. But yet again, that's all getting into theories, very convoluted. But that has been basically the video of me talking about, like, the possible return of Andrew Lincoln, Rick Grimes to the Walking Dead main show for possibly the last episode, or, like, a few episodes in the last few seasons, with this picture posted by, yet again, King Rue, or Kings 1018, I think, I'm sorry if I butchered that name, with Andrew Lincoln, Norman Reedus in, like, Midtown Atlanta, which is, like I said, really big. But do I think he'll return in, like, just return for a last ever episode, fuck the movies? Absolutely not. I think it will be, like I said, a small cameo, like, to tease the movies and tease what's to come in the future of the Walking Dead universe after the, like, the main show ends. And if it is a physical return, maybe they'll go with the theory of, like, an evil Rick Grimes, or maybe even not evil. Maybe he'll return as, like, a general. Maybe he'll kind of try to, like, go, holy shit, these guys are, like, the CRM are gonna try to kill my, like, old group, or not old group, but basically my family. But like I said, make sure to link everything down below in the description. Make sure to comment down below your theories. What do you think about this? How hyped does it get you for, like, even the second part, and even the third part? Obviously, all of us are very fucking sad for, like, the third part. But yeah, just make sure to leave your thoughts down below on this whole entire situation. What are your theories? What are your thoughts on the whole situation? Like I said, I'll make sure to link everything down below. But yeah, that has been all for me today. See you guys later, my amigos, and peace out.